What's up, YouTube? So, I have to film this video really fast because my dad and his friend are working on the flooring in our bathroom upstairs, and they're gonna be back and they're gonna be banging on things and be really loud. And also, I don't want them to hear me talking to a camera in my room by myself because that's weird. And yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of like, I write these paragraphs. They're kind of, I don't know what the heck to call them. There's like paragraphs that come into my brain and I just like get inspiration for them and I write them. And it would, if any of you know what that's called, if that even has a name, I would love to know because I have no idea. And yeah, I'd like to be able to explain what they are to other people. So hopefully there's a term out there. But yeah, I might do one or two of those depending on if I could find more than one of them. I have one right here. So yeah, I'll start with that one. It's called She Felt Like the Weather That Day. The sky cried with her that day. She thanked the weather for not, let me start over. The sky cried with her that day. She thanked the weather for sympathizing and not rubbing in her face how happy and light and lovely it was capable of being. It made it easier for her to feel some level of comfort. It was gray, 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 gray everywhere, with rain drearily dropping onto the ground. Not even the clouds were their untouched, pure white like usual. They were muddy and ugly, and they formed an unwavering wall between her and the rest of the universe. There's number one. Now, let me go find another one because I have this video is kind of a mess. I did not plan it out. Basically, the only planning I do for these videos consists of like picking out which ones to like read, and that's about it. But I didn't even do that. I wasn't planning on filming today. I actually don't have a schedule set yet, like for when I'm gonna film, which is why, but I needed to get something out and I was like, hey, that sounds like a fun thing to do, film today, so let's do that. Let's just, yeah, and I don't have anything else to do today, so yeah. Alright, I got one. This camera is tilted again. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill this camera. I don't know why it keeps tilting, it's never done this. That's better. I found another paragraph thing. There's like a couple paragraphs in it actually, but yeah. It's from a while ago. It must be like 4 months, 5 months ago. Yeah, but it's a good one, I think. So here we go. It's called The Sun. The glorious sun strikes the ground in a moment of clarity up in the clouds, touching with its rays everything that appears in its path. Its light is so strong, so illuminating. It's hard to believe such power could ever be so well hidden. The sun shimmers through the leaves of trees all over, making their vibrant spring greens even more alive with dancing light. It shines on flowers, weeds, and planted ones as they sway softly in the peaceful winds of this day. It warms the skin of people where their skin has been chilled by a seemingly perpetual winter. Their glimpse of the world turns a shade rosier for this moment, and a new feeling lingers long after the sun has found itself concealed by clouds again. I'm always looking in the viewfinder. Sorry, I'm self-centered. Alright, here is another one that I completely forgot I even wrote or posted. I did not think of this one. It's also pretty old. It's called Her Midnight Flight. It felt like flying, being reckless and crazy, and going on that adventure with the love of her life late at night. He was the only one to bring her out of her comfort zone like this. He extracted the tucked-away wildness from within her spirit with his lips and his tricks. He hypnotized her slowly to become something like him. It feels like we're flying, he spoke, each word penetrating the thick night air and soon enough dissolving back into it. She couldn't put her finger on why, but his words made perfect sense. Maybe it was the smoke in her lungs or the alcohol on her tongue. Or maybe it really does ring true. Don't our realest thoughts always find their way to the front of our minds while we're under the influence anyway? The two stood far out in the 11 p.m. darkness on an abandoned bridge laid over a wide expanse of river. Woods enveloped all non-water things, and so the only sight to be seen other than the river was endless trees, dark trees. The sky maintained an ethereal red glow for them on that night. Alright, I'm gonna try to find like one or two more things. So this one is called Waiting for Something. I sit on the dock in a park where we once made memories. We were there so late, it never would have crossed my mind to break the rules and go there after hours if it weren't for you. I sit cross-legged, surrounded by still air, and I watch the rippled waters with half-empty eyes. I look far into the distance at the view that we once marveled at together. A bridge tucked back between an aisle made by the banks and the trees. I think I'm waiting for something. I can't figure out what. My subconscious searches for it in reliving this moment, without you here this time, but I cannot find it. So we got one more. This one I posted on Tumblr a while ago, and it seemed to have resonated with the people. So yeah, here we go. It doesn't have a title. New things are on the horizon. Change is waiting for you, and it is ready to come about when you're ready to bear its weight. Don't continue down the same road you've always known anymore. I won't. The only roads I wish for you and I to see from this point on are the ones we can't recognize, and even though we can't, they'll feel familiar. Because when we find ourselves guided onto our true path, everything may be new, but what lies on that path is something we already knew about from deep within. And we will have no reason to fear once we understand that much. So that's it. That is all, my friends, for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you want to subscribe, that would be like pretty cool. But just saying, you don't have to, but like, yes you do. No, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, I don't know what else to say now. I hope you all are having a lovely day and week and life and stuff. Yeah. Also, I apologize for this stupid crooked camera. I'm gonna like tilt my head and it becomes normal, but like this is like sitting up straight and like okay. Bye.